One of the most beautiful things about healing ourselves, healing our spirits and our bodies is getting back everything that was stolen from us, restoring our original innocence, and realizing that we're not broken, that it's okay to be fully and completely human, and that our humanness doesn't make us dirty or sinful or bad like we've been programmed through society, through our parents, through religion, that we're actually perfect and whole and worthy of love and worthy of respect the way that we are. I see it like how a child is fully and completely innocent. They're just ignorant to a lot of things as a baby, as a toddler, as a young child. And a baby might try to put their finger in a light socket because they don't know that it's dangerous. They don't know that it can hurt them. Doesn't mean they're bad because they're curious as to what is this hole in the wall? Let me put my finger in it. They're not bad for their innate human curiosity. And then as you become a teenager, you get in this rebellious stage where even though I was told not to put my finger in that light socket, I want to find out for myself why it's bad. So I'm going to put my finger in it anyway. Because I want to know for myself, not because my parents told me. And then you stick your finger in the light socket and you get zapped. And that's a whole new layer of wisdom you have gained through personal experience. You can be told all day long that it's going to hurt and it's bad to put your finger in the socket. But until you actually experience getting electrocuted, that's a whole different type of knowing. We're all growing and maturing spiritually, and there's different stages. Just because you're in an infant or a toddler stage, or even a rebellious teenager, I don't see that as bad, as morally failing, because you're curious about naturally curious things, such as your bodies, your sexuality, relationships, um, having experiences that are just totally and completely human. I think one of the biggest blockages us as humans carry is this blockage of shame because we think our humanness is shameful. One of the first things talked about in the Bible is when Adam and Eve realized they were naked and they were just filled with this shame because they had the realization that they were naked and that they were sexual beings and that they should be covered, and they felt ashamed. But yet that was just their bodies, their humanness. I think that shame is one of the deepest wounds we all carry, and it has to be worked through. I heard a guy talking about how shame is like a protection mechanism when we have it as children. Maybe we go through something really traumatic, sexual trauma, physical trauma, abuse. We somehow have this belief that it's our fault and that if we weren't who we are, that wouldn't have happened to us. So we must be bad. And my therapist told me that a lot of times we try to like protect ourselves from seeing the truth that someone hurt us, that someone abused us really badly, that sometimes it's easier to blame ourselves than to look at the truth that someone we trusted and depended on betrayed us or traumatized us. It's a defense mechanism. Our brains don't know how to process that when we're a child. It can cause cognitive dissonance. How can our caregiver, someone who loves us, hurt us? So we can't make that make sense, especially when our brain isn't fully developed. So the only thing that makes sense is to internalize it and to believe that it's our fault, that we're bad. And that's why bad things happen to us. So I like to focus on my heart opening. And if grief ever comes up, I like to just say, there's grief in this moment. I feel it. I see it there. I'm not scared of it. I'm not afraid to feel. I'm not afraid to feel the pain. I'm not afraid to feel the fear of the pain. I'm not afraid to face what comes up in this moment, right here, right now, no matter what it may be. I'm not afraid to look at the shame and to look at what's underneath it, at what it's trying to protect. I'm not afraid to sit here with it. I welcome it. I allow it. I make space for it. I feel it. Sometimes I feel it so deeply in my core that I'll have physical reactions to it. Sometimes I will start to gagging until I feel like a release throughout my nervous system, my chest. Um, and I let it be released. If it's crying, I let the tears be released. A lot of women have a lot of blockages in their womb space as well, especially connected to their heart and their womb space, especially if you've had sexual trauma, which a lot of women have. And I like to hold my heart while I talk to it and hold my sacral area and kind of like rub my sacral area gently while I hold my heart. And I let my womb space know it's okay. You're safe. It's okay to feel whatever you feel, to express whatever you need to express. My heart is with you. And just let your body release whatever is coming to the surface. Don't try to run from it. Don't try to suppress it. Try to breathe through it. Breathing will get you through anything. This too shall pass. Just feel whatever's coming up in your heart. If it's pain, let there be pain. If you're remembering a memory and you're having to face it fully, a very painful truth, let it be there. Let your inner child speak in this moment. Let the innocent inner child that never got to speak, let her or him speak. How do they feel? Did they get hurt? Were they betrayed? Were their needs not met? Were they lied to? Were they scared? And be with that inner child that's in your heart. Let it come out. Let it speak. Let it cry. Let it grieve. Let it feel. and let it heal. And always remind yourself, I am safe to feel. I am safe to feel. I'm not afraid of my feelings. I'm not afraid of my pain. It is safe to express whatever is inside me right now. It's safe to feel my pain. I can get through anything, and this too shall pass. You deserve to have your innocence restored. Your innocence can never really be taken from you. Your value can never really be diminished. Once you mature spiritually, you realize you were never bad. You were never a sinner. You were never not good enough. You reacted exactly how anyone would have, according to what you specifically went through. And by the grace of God, you're still here. And every moment you're here is an opportunity to clear out what isn't yours and to heal and to become full and whole again with newfound wisdom that you only could have gained through the painful experiences. So you can mature spiritually and not be an infant or a toddler or a teenager. Now you're becoming an adult. You're becoming someone who knows their worth, who knows their value, who knows their innocence, who knows how loved they are, who knows that they didn't deserve anything that happened to them that was out of their control. And with that knowing, you have the power to change your life. You don't have to keep repeating those patterns anymore. You're healing those patterns by recognizing what was never yours. You're recognizing who you really are and who you really were all along. And that the painful things you went through don't define you. And it may suck that you have to heal wounds that you didn't create. But that builds a strength in you that getting back what was stolen, you don't just get back an equal match. You get back times 10, times 20, times 30, times 100. And it almost makes all of the pain worth it because you're going to use that to help others. You're going to use that to step into a power that can only be gained through overcoming the pain, overcoming the wounds, building that resilience and that strength and that perseverance makes you a force to be reckoned with. You earned your gift. You earned it because you had a heart that was pure, that innocence never died, that love inside of you never left, your spirit never was fully broken. So, if you're going through anything, heart chakra releases, ease into it, trust it, let it come out. Let it come out. Let your sacral heal, your womb space. Let your heart heal. Be kind to yourself. Be patient with yourself. Be the parent that you always needed. Be the parent that you deserved. All humans are going to fall short in life. Become who you need. Don't depend on anyone else. Become who you needed. That's the greatest gift you can give yourself. If you watch this and you're relating, keep going. I know it's hard. I know it's painful. But you were called to do big things. And that's why you're still here. And that's why you went through all that. It was never a punishment. I love you. I believe in you. You got this.